Mix 95, WROL, we're Boston's best mix. Bruce Gammon here with you on your Sunday afternoon. It's Fine Young Cannibals now with She Drives Me Crazy on Mix 95. Michael W. Smith here on Mix 95, WROL in Boston. That was I Will Be Here For You by Michael W. Smith. Before that, Fine Young Cannibals and She Drives Me Crazy. And we started with Steve Winwood and Valerie here on Mix 95, WROL. Bruce Gammon with you. It's a great, gorgeous Sunday afternoon out there. I have more details on that for you later on. Coming up next when we return, some James Taylor and Sting heading your way here on Mix 95, WROL. For a real eye-opener, close your eyes and imagine, what if you couldn't afford to see? Did you know there are people who can't afford to see? People who could see if only they could afford glasses. Which is why we ask you now not for your dollars, but for your old glasses. Open your eyes and your hearts. Find those old glasses and send them to New Eyes for the Needy, Short Hills, New Jersey, 07078. Mix 95, Boston's best mix, WROL in Boston. As promised, some James Taylor every day here on Mix 95, WROL. James Taylor with Every Day on Mix 95, Boston's best mix, WROL in Boston. Bruce Gammon with you. It's a great Sunday afternoon. You know, if you want to make it even better, you can call in your requests and suggestions, maybe even a dedication, at my studio line at 423-0213, or you can fax in your requests on the fax line 423-0951. Here's the lowdown on the Boston area weather forecast. It'll be mostly sunny, pleasant with a high of 66 near the coast, 78 degrees inland. Tonight partly cloudy, a low of 58 degrees. Perfect for sleeping. For Monday's forecast tomorrow, the great tradition of fantastic weather continues. Partly sunny skies, breezy with a high of 76 degrees. If you made plans today, well, you picked a great day. It was a great weekend in general. Here's Sting now with If I Ever Lose My Faith in You on Mix 95, Boston's best mix, WROL. Partly sunny skies for this Sunday. It'll be breezy. Look for a high temperature of 72 degrees near the coast, 82 degrees inland. It's 66 in Boston right now. Coming up next at 8 o'clock will be the People's Gospel Hour program.
Chicopee, Springfield, Hartford.
And don't forget this, Dr. Billy Graham ministers on the Hour of Decision program. That's heard every Sunday afternoon, starting at 1:05 here on WROL in Boston. Bay State area weather forecast for today, partly sunny and breezy. A high temperature of 72 degrees near the coast, 82 degrees inland, and out in Springfield about 75 to 82 degrees. It's 75 degrees in Boston, 71 in downtown Springfield. The time is 11 o'clock. Stay tuned now for the live service from Tremont Temple in downtown Boston. We take you now to the morning service at Tremont. Is your home looking a bit under the weather? Did winter's cold and snow take their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears. Call 1-800-356-8600 for a free in-home inspection and enjoy no payments for 90 days. Sears siding protects your home and keeps it looking great for years. Its exclusive wood grain texture is guaranteed not to dent or peel for as long as you own your home. No paint has that guarantee. And Sears siding is sold, furnished, and carefully installed by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers furnished on request. Sears Home Improvements has over 1 million satisfied customers and counting. So, if your home looks under the weather, call Sears Siding now at 1-800-356-8600. Offer ends April 30th. Interest does accrue. Ask consultant for details, subject to credit approval. Call now at 1-800-356-8600.
Life. To be a member of Communist Party is not the same to be communist. I never been a Communist Party member, for instance, but my father used to be, and my mother also, my grandfather and my great-grandfather maybe also. 18 million people used to be members of Communist Party.
Out of what population?
Yes, about 250 million people. But I don't think that all of them were familiar enough with writing of Karl Marx or Lenin, and their ideas were very, very far from pure communist ideals.
They were often members just
Yes,
for
career,
convenience.
for career, for comfort, for pleasure, sometimes even for pleasure.
All right, let's follow your life story. You grew up in common schools, or were you put in an elite category because of your unique abilities and talents and intellect?
I was educated in a normal common secondary school. And then after that, I was entered the high school with a special program to those students who are especially interested in biology. So we had almost 10 hours biology a week with the very experienced teachers, and some of them were professors of Moscow State University in biology. So at the age of 17, I entered the medical school for 6 years. Then I received MD, which is not equivalent to American MD, but I had a choice to go for 2 years for internship to receive a license, to be a practitioner, or to go for 3 years to PhD program to another university. And I went to Moscow State University in order to prepare my PhD work in biochemistry. And in 1981, I received this degree, which is equivalent for PhD in America. In Russia, we have a custom. Those people who have more than 40 publications automatically receive this degree as an honor degree without defense of thesis.
And you have 48 scientific articles.
Yes, I do.
Did you do
in co-authorship with many other people, very often.
Did you do a thesis besides that?
I did my thesis for PhD only.
But you came to a major, major point in your life where many people who are in scientific circles begin to grapple with the origins and mysteries of how did this all begin, and something began to change in your brain somehow, some way.
Yes. Starting with 1978, after my graduation from medical school, I have been involved into a research deals with mutations. Mutations, yes. In medical and paramedical research of mutations. So according to all evolutionary concepts, mutations are very important events because they should be a molecular basis for each evolutionary step.